Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where today the Chaos Dwarves are positioned to finally get what they want. And very few people can stand in our way. The biggest threat to us at this point is one of our larger neighbors deciding that they want to devour us before we are finished with our business. It could totally happen with Kislev. How big is Kislev?
Execution!
Okay, strength rank 1. Very red, this bar. This bar is very red. The other danger, I guess, would be the ogres. How do the ogres still like me, basically? No, I don't want their relationship toward Kislev. I think they're probably still pretty positive on us. No, me. Yes, there we go. Attitude toward me. You know, what's holding it together is the caravan trading and the treaties. Get those treaties while you can, because they can keep a relationship from turning sour later. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's enough. That's positive enough, I think. So yeah, just really hope Kislev doesn't make a move on us while we are crossing their territory, which I guess is exactly the time in which they would make such a move, right? Let's go ahead and pursue some upgrades. We have a truly huge amount of resources here because we were not spending those last couple of turns. We were just pursuing upgrades aggressively. This will be able to go up to a manufactory complex as soon as, you know. And we can build this defaced shrine, which isn't even good, really. But what the hell? Why not? It's here. All right, so Drazoth the Ashen and his very impressive new army, all the way dialed up. Let's go find some trouble to get into. It is quite distant, huh? We have to cross. Well, we don't actually have to cross any Kislevite land. That's a thing to take note of. Are we going to be able to move faster by jumping the mountain? No, it's a pretty small amount of mountain. We can actually go through vampire territory into ogre territory, where we have a crossing agreement, and avoid pissing off the Kislevites any further. The vampires aren't going to like it, but who cares? I seriously doubt they will declare war on us given our relative power imbalance, and if they do, we have armies in place to prevent them from accomplishing anything anyway, and then we're just going to annihilate them once our plan's finished, so... You're currently recruiting. Almost done. Yeah. Okay. I think, like, basically we're good. When Jufbar finishes upgrading, we're building the iron building, but that's really all we need to do. And again, I think just, like, a lot of resources go unspent because we don't need them. Yeah. I don't know, spend some gold to make some gold. That's probably worth doing. I don't actually want our other armies to move. They're exactly where they need to be. Sisithris is just keeping an eye on the area around the target. We have a billion resources and not much to do with them. Our convoy overseers, I'm assuming, are leveling up, and good for them. I'll tell you what, these big piles of resources are certainly good for dispatching convoys. So who's headed out? It looks like it's Domitashbaz. And what is the situation right now? We have a pretty close gold for labor. Labor moves are definitely what we're after, right? I mean, like, labor is the only resource we still care about, because at this point it is the resource that is used not because of raw materials, but because of the fact that it lets us rush constructions. It's the only thing that could potentially still matter. But I wouldn't think so. I think we're pretty clear. Their opinion on us was trending upwards slightly, right? I'm a little worried about like the 11th hour backstab. I mean, they would probably just take away the stuff in the mountains, which I get probably doesn't matter. Our capital, where we have like all of our proper recruitment buildings and stuff, isn't that far south of the mountains. I suppose they could range down there. Doesn't seem super likely. All right, extra control up in all provinces. And we continue. And that's kind of the only thing happening that matters. Diplomatic relationships up with Demons of Chaos, Warriors of Chaos, Beastmen, and Norska. I mean, that's not very exciting, really. Yeah, affecting our Lore of Hashut spells does affect our main army a little bit, so that's the direction we should go in. Baruch is leveling up for some reason. So we'll just keep learning about them firing drills. And we can use Baruch and Jatan to do the vampire thing. We don't have to have Drazoth do that. Yeah, I don't think I really want to do anything else. Let's just keep pushing. I guess I do need to... Next turn, we should do some upgrades in Blackwater. But aside from that, I think we're good on everything except focusing on the drill. Now we're going forth to this major battle to take the thing as an item, and then we're going to put the sigil from Drakenhof into the from Castle Drakenhof into the drill, right? I'm pretty sure. I should double check and make sure that is a sensible thing to do. I'm very curious how this final battle is balanced. Like, I'm wondering if it is broadly really important to make sure that you grab all of these major pieces if you can, or if by doing this you just make the battle really easy and it's totally fightable without doing so. Because it kind of has to be one or the other, right? Like, either this battle is going to be very easy now, or it would have been impossible otherwise. And I don't know that I think either one of those things is like a bad way to balance it, but I do think it would be helpful to know ahead of time which one is which. Oh no, our convoy has encountered some zombies and shit. Okay. Yes, destroy them. I feel like this should be a no. They're giving me a close victory here. We could absolutely win a better victory than that if we wanted to manual it. I think it's okay. We'll take the actually not close victory. That's fine. All right, factions are getting destroyed. We're getting rewards from the tower. We can assimilate the other Chaos Dwarf faction if we want at a moment's notice. I just don't really see the math in that at this time. All right, let's give me a couple more turns of walking. Let's up the number of these being produced. Give me a high quality assembly line. Sure, why not? Do some of that. A garrison building probably makes some sense here. In Jufbar, on the other hand, I don't think we really need anything else. Yeah, no, we're good. Convoy Overseer, of course, has earned some skill points. How are we doing on the other convoys? We're going to have a delivery in 2 turns of raw materials, which is kind of irrelevant. But then we can send that one out for labor as well. Not to say that it will necessarily get anywhere before the game ends. I think we're quite close here. Bleberg is a very good name. Just kind of like noises you make when you are ill, I think, are really good names for Nurgle units. Yeah, geez, look at how red that is. So if this is 3 full strength armies, like relatively high level, relatively high end units, what do we think? They have like 9, 10 maybe? Would not be fun to fight. Oh, and Tobert Bylor thinks he sees an opening. Yes, good. Go forth, vampires, and do shit that keeps you far away from your homeland. Can make this really quick for everybody. Alright, we're not going to get it this turn.
Stroll.
Alright, the best thing we can do is prepare to cross the river. Alright, I think we can... Yeah, we can push this garrison building up. It's still going to be a pretty crummy garrison. But it'll provide a little bit of additional defense in case, I don't know. In case of I don't even know what, honestly. Okay, yep, that still has a turn left on it. At this point, we have accounted for all of the dangers I can foresee. So we start accounting for other dangers, I guess, as best we can. There is a like sort of a persistent problem in a lot of strategy games where what? No, absolutely not. There's a problem that sort of plagues the genre where you can get into a position where it is very obvious to a human player who has won, and it definitely is like it definitely is a thing where like 2 human players playing a game against each other would just wrap it up, would just fold it up, right? It's like, I get it, whatever. But the computer cannot be convinced of your victory in the same way, and so you have to play out an obviously winning position. It's a little bit of a bummer. I don't know how you would solve it in any kind of like large scale way, but a wandering convoy of our weak-willed former kin has stumbled into our lands. Their very presence here is an offense to the Father of Darkness, one that should be wiped away with blood. Now, do we slaughter them all, or massacre them, or annihilation, perhaps? So many choices. Here's the downside of this. That force is superior to mine. We do not have the choice to not fight them, but we lose this battle. A massacre it is. Yeah, there's no universe where we can win this fight. They have a gyrocopter with a brimstone gun that we could maybe shoot down. I'm just going to take the decisive defeat on auto-resolve here. We could do more damage by playing this out manually, but we would not win this. We simply can't kill this number of Iron Breakers with this whole army, I don't think. Put aside the fact that they have repeating guns and stuff, like... That's a rough one. That's the first time we've lost a Caravan Master. Maybe all game? If not all game, then certainly in a very long time at least. Let's learn about some Architect's Decrees. Additional control from the billowing smokestacks or whatever. Yes, this matters. This totally matters a bunch. Alright, let's go have at it. We get to check out our new toys. So yeah, a decisive victory. I figure the same. Bonus leadership for... I'm going to throw bonus leadership onto one of our units that I intend to charge into the rear of the enemies. Okay, the Bull Centaurs already have 98 base leadership. You have 73, y'all have 76. All right. You get it. We'll put the bonus speed onto one of these big war machines. Wow, yeah, this is no battle at all. Okay. So obviously there will be lots of reinforcements that are not being figured into the battle strength here, and that is why it says decisive victory. That's why it's so obvious that we will win. This is an army of nothing. These are the worst units the Dwarves have to offer. These are miners, and these are miners who had the foresight to bring some grenades with them. Or rather, some blasting charges that have been, made into makeshift grenades. Obviously, a hail of gunfire will solve this problem very quickly. The danger is all of the other dwarves that are going to show up. From, it should be noted, we know not where. So I'm going to try to put... How is this terrain shaped? Okay, we can try to take position on this, slope here. Let's take a moment to enjoy the visuals on these destroyers. Yes, very rad. Definitely worth all the trouble. We can, for sure, just kind of have the mortars here. Actually, let's put the gunner, the fire glaives, the long-ranged gunners, to the sides, and then we can put the shorter-ranged blunderbuss gunners a little bit down the hill. Maybe even a little bit further down the hill. That should be sufficient for these longer range units to be able to fire over. And then y'all magical axe infantry just kind of be on the sides, ready to do stuff. Cavalry units kind of all over the place, just again ready to respond to threats. You go right here with everybody else. Okay. I'm eager to see the Dreadquake Mortar in action. So this is kind of tricky, right? Because this thing is definitely two different ranged weapons, and I don't know the way these bars are designed. They don't really have a way of showing you the stats and ammo levels for two different ranged weapons. Holy shit. Well, I would like to point out that I am delighted. That was very effective. It was way more impressive than I was expecting it to be. We're just going to let them handle the situation for a moment here. They do have pretty limited ammo. So I guess I should be careful with the ammo. We'll let them each fire once more at least. Seems unfair. So I think I am actually going to issue stop orders here. Do not fire at will. Preserve your ammunition from this point. You okay there? Could I destroy you? It's just, yeah. Their flags are just on fire all the time. That's kind of weird. We have a thing that slows people, don't we? Catch him with the old ash cloud there. Speed up. Damage up. And feast before his allies can get into reinforcement range. Here we can definitely hassle their approach here. I know they're dwarves and everything, but it still does something. And we have just about killed him. Chomp, 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 chomp. Come on, finish him off. The slowness of the actual finishing. Just get the final blow. Why are you all of a sudden bad at fighting? Alright, disengage. You elected not to finish the job.
Sending doctrine! Gate move him!
There we go. Catch him in the middle of the spell at least.
Vestrangi!
Okay. So, my gunners. I did not even notice these two units of gyros over here, and they have done almost any damage at all. Very nearly any damage. Let me make sure everybody's in guard mode here. Don't chase. Shoot to kill.
Shoot!
Face everybody in the correct direction again. Come on home. Just take a second here. Let those halo shields regenerate. I can't believe, like, it just chose not to finish the job. You know what? Go breathe fire from your mount on him. Haha! Got him. Spiteful. Time to re-enable fire at will. I'm gonna retarget them for their second shots. The first one's already went off, I think. Alright, so it looks like they're fully separating from their siege weapons immediately. So I think we want to just send our Lord plus the unit of summonable Kadai Fireborn over here real fast. So do they have range? Right now they don't have range on anything except our Lord. Oh, organ guns have crazy, crazy, crazy range. Should we? It might actually be wisest for us to push up. I know we have our nice shooting position here. Well, you know, we're gonna break their shit real fast. Let's just focus on plan break their shit real fast. And actually, I will pull these guys down earlier than I was intending. Disrupt the cannons. Oh yeah, it's the cannons that have the super long range. We'll disrupt the cannons right away. So they're trying to put their gunners in position to punish me, I think. And to be honest with you, I don't really understand this play at all. I'm happy to drop a Flames of Asgore in the middle of it, but actually maybe when you overcast this, it works for longer. Maybe we just slow them and make them easier for the artillery to pick up. One of you artillery units sort of aim for the middle over here. The other one, yeah, hit this group of Thunderers, I guess. And this is working pretty well. Dwarven siege engineers are pretty tough, but they're not actually, you know, up to the task of fighting a real demon unit. Let's go try to eat their master engineer while we have the chance. And these Fireborn are they're gonna get chewed up pretty quickly here, but really their goal is to provide me cover while I do damage. Ooh, that looks devastating. It'd be really great if we could get a permanent break on these units. Yeah, the other cannon unit got to permanent. It seems like a lot of them are willing to chase our lord. Stay on him, don't get distracted. Is that a permanent break yet? Somehow? No. Wow, they're maintaining their leadership. Perhaps a mite superfluous, that shot. You know, withdraw from the battlefield. You are, yeah, clearly the focus of some considerable amount of artillery fire. Wow, you still haven't permanently broken them. Okay, so we're gonna have to refill on one of those. But a lot of what we were doing with these units was getting the sense of whether they are worth their weight, and I would say that those Dreadquake mortars are definitely worth their weight. We paid a very reasonable amount for those. You guys also go fuck up the organ guns, and I think we make an advance with our own gunners. I'm pretty sure that this is under control. So yeah, I definitely sat back a little bit more than perhaps I needed to here, and that is, you know, partially. There we go. Get off the ground so that they no longer really have the ability to mess with me. But I was really focused on the performance of individual units there, and I have to say, I'm pretty pleased with what we found. So, back to friendly territory to refill the space left by this. Actually, what we will probably do, what I should do is have somebody else recruit one while we are running back home, and then just bum it off of them. Because I absolutely could have fought that, were I paying closer attention to different things. I could have fought that in a way where we didn't lose the mortar. But yeah, not bad. 337 kills on the mortar that survived, 213 on the other. The gunners really didn't even get to do anything. We did not get to test our infernal Ironsworn. And Drazoth got to really embarrass that Jamek Bright Axe. It's not every day you see a dwarf get killed by a giant fire-breathing cow. Alright, labor for everyone. So here we are claiming the ever-burning Helmet of Grungvi. 55, yeah, wow, okay. We want to put that on, we want to put that on the Castellan in this army, I think. Because this will be the army that fights the final battle. Alright. Head back to the road. It'll take us a second to cross. Technically we can hire ogre mercenaries because we're out here in ogre territory, but why? Alright, let's have you, for a moment, drop your least experienced unit. Actually, I guess it would make the most sense to drop something you can rehire in a single turn. And grab me a... Sorry, from the global pool. An Iron Demon with the Dreadquake mortar in it. Okay, so that'll be ready when we return. And at this point, we could turn on the vampires, right? Yeah, this is extremely whatever, but so is this. Armament cost down by a significant amount just for increasing the capacity of Kadai is kind of funny. Yeah, no, we're good. We're good. There's a battle that I apparently totally forgot to do. I guess we're not worrying about it. Also, at this point, it seems like Lightning Strike almost certainly isn't going to matter. So do I want to redirect these 2 skill points into something else? To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sad about the Iron Wield. But it does seem like we're just not going to need... I guess we could start redlining. We could buff up Drazoth himself, and I do think he's pretty terrifying already. Which just makes me want to buff up the units in his army more. Yeah, we got a lot of firearms. Let's improve the effectiveness of those firearms. And then you... as a small unit, I don't know. I guess just like more raw HP is good. Oh, you had more than 1 skill point there. That battle was worth a lot of XP for something that honestly just like wasn't that difficult. All right, and I think all we really need to do is get back. We have some open caravan slots now with the death and everything. So Grungsint is used. All right, yeah, let's send somebody back to the Haunted Forest, where we will recruit, I assume, zombies or something. And then Skaldorish. We could do armaments for labor. I guess we have enough armament production that I don't think that's a bad idea. Head out to the Silvered Tower. Sure. Yeah, we have 5,700 armaments. We're not actually in danger of running out. Wait. Didn't I have accept new labor checked out? I thought I did. Okay. Well, whatever. Rushing construction on these things wouldn't really matter anyway because they started the recruitment already. Yeah, it's fine. But I could have sworn I had that area checked. Okay, so the vampires are clearly scared of us, as they should be. I think rather than pouncing on them immediately, I am going to wait until Drazoth gets back, just so that we can give him the replacement mortar, and then we'll take down the vampires, put the last thing in the drill, and get rolling here. I have to say, I'm a little surprised. It doesn't feel like we're in any danger of the other, like, you know, the main campaign for Warhammer 3 has you competing for the Blood of Ursun with all these other factions, and realistically, like, they can pose a threat. It is possible for them to win, and you have to take that into account. I'm a little surprised that it's not the same here. Like, it didn't... The other Chaos Dwarf factions are not competing with you in any meaningful way. They certainly couldn't, like, stop you. And it doesn't seem like they're trying to take the what do you call it, the parts at all. That's a pretty serious army there. Serena Katerin is one of the legendary lords of that faction. I really, really, really just want to get past that area before they declare war on us. Them declaring war on us is not really an if, it is a when. We just need to get back to the east before it happens.
Ogres.
We might be able to end the game before it happens, which, you know, makes it being a when sound kind of silly. But, you know, like, over an infinite number of turns, given the diplomatic situation here, I mean, they would declare. There's no avoiding it. We just want to get out of here before they do so. Apparently there's a Skaven. Okay, because we have a caravan all the way over here. I was going to say, I don't even know where there is another Skaven player. But geez, this is Marienburg. This is all the way on the west side of the map. Had we sent a caravan that far? Alright, got some human empires running around here. These I am less scared of. Alright, the vampires raiding Kislev territory. Hopefully we'll draw Kislev's attention over us, because we are going to have to run through their stuff a little bit here. Very inconvenient. Making me walk around these cities rather than through them. We have 1 turn left on the recruit. No? I mean, at this point, I guess it doesn't really matter. You know what? Fine. Fine. A defensive alliance with one of the largest players in the game does probably make it slightly less likely that we will get declared on, even if, you know, the people who are likely to declare on us do already hate these guys. And so our opinion has just dropped, or their opinion of us has just dropped even further. And actually, you know what? They're probably already at war with Kislev, too. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In theory, given enough time, we would now be allowed to recruit some cool Nurgle units. And, like, there's a version of Drazoth's army where he leads, like, a couple squads of plague flies to harass the enemy backlines. I don't think we have to really think about it for the moment. I will say though, like I don't exactly know what's going to happen when we complete the drill. I'm assuming it will like put us into a final battle mode. But who knows? Maybe after we put the 4th thing in the drill, there will be another step before we are able to actually end the game. I think we probably just burn Castle Drakenhof rather than taking it. I don't particularly want to try to defend that. It does have a gold mine in it, but gold mines do not produce nearly as much money as you might hope. And also, we don't need the money. And it's going to have, it would have control problems forever, you know, due to being naturally vampiric territory and stuff. I guess at this point we have so many control boosts that it wouldn't matter. Also, at this point, our turns are getting, the enemy turn sequence is getting much longer just due to the fact that we are aware of so much more of the world in various ways. But an awful lot of this doesn't matter. Oh, that's a major faction. That's something. Alright, here. So y'all are ready to come make the delivery. Raj Abu, indeed. Tobert Blylor is still kind of out of position. Alright, we are going to get Hashut-bound finished here, which is probably worth it. A little bit shorter cooldown on Drazoth's spells could very well help in a final battle. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Stop somewhere. Yeah, go into replenishment mode, actually.
Wrong.
Try to heal up a little bit. What happened? Why did we get... Oh, a convoy completed. Okay. And for this reason, we received goods. Okay, well... The Demon Flask of a Shock. It creates a vortex... This doesn't look like anything at all. I think we'll just leave you where you are.
Thaumancy Anunku.
Might as well finish upgrading Oakenhammer. Various convoy leaders finishing things. This is our map action, Castellan. Honestly, I think we're sort of done with you there, friend.
Raj cards.
We could build an outpost in ogre territory. I'm not going to bother. It takes no time at all to run that haunted forest route. And at this point, because we just ran it, the conversion is going to be very inefficient. And I don't care. Whatever. It's fine. 2 turns until we have another... Yeah, I'm not going to bother hiring a new caravan master now. So on this coming turn, we're going to take down Castle Drakenhof. That'll be the 4th thing in the drill, and then we shall see exactly what the game asks of us for completion. But yeah, I do wish that it felt more competitive. I do wish that you weren't basically like immediately best buds with all of the Chaos Dwarf factions, because there's just like there's no real competition here. And I think that our game would have been a little bit more interesting if we weren't able to treat the other Chaos Dwarf factions as totally safe. And it would have led to a bunch more open plains fighting with our firearms corps, so we can shoot people more. I do love watching the firearms corps shoot people. I'm hoping Taubert doesn't turn around to defend Castle Drakenhof. If he does, his army's not that good. It won't be a major impediment. You know, we can probably actually put this in fast forward mode. We don't actually need to watch almost any of the army moves that are happening here. Convoy, yes. Gain units, convoy, almost always. Got ourselves some spell improvements. Taubert Bylor went to threaten Königstein Tower instead, which is fine.
Ease up, crew.
If I'm March mode, do I get back to our territory? No. Alright, here's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to not involve Drazoth in this battle, because I don't think it is necessary. We don't really need to. I'm going to pass you this Dreadquake border. Congratulations. And then, yeah, we're going to declare war here. I'm not going to bother looking for somebody to buy us into the war. Okay. The Disciples of the Maw refused to join their side. I hadn't realized that they were allied with the Disciples of the Maw, but even if the Disciples of the Maw had come to their aid there, it wouldn't have been a big deal. So we're just going to set up a siege. To be perfectly honest with you, I think we could probably win that battle by playing it manually, even just that way, but we have all these extra units to use. Okay, a decisive victory. That's more like what I was thinking. And yeah, I don't think I actually want this. Just
Don't get hard.
get rid of it. Alright, and you and Drazoth can travel home together.
Ori tatagior.
Feels like the safest thing to do. At this point, I guess push up your red line.
Shoot storm.
Shaitan the Black has almost all of the relevant magic points. You know, Cascading Fire Cloak is a good spell too. It's a lot of extra melee defense. And your Castellan, yeah, still needs to learn some things about burning down enemy armor. Because this is how we solve all of our problems. Always burn it.
Stars. Nahi tiwas.
Okay, you just... Gosh.
Anfa agrimazul.
For some reason, you have no movement left in either movement mode. That's strange, but whatever. You know what? I don't care about that spell. Let's finish firing drills and then buff up your war machines.
Dalabdanu.
Your Castellan gets the beautiful extra powder, the bonus range. Okay. Oh, wait, shoot. I do have to take control of it, don't I? I forgot. All right, that's fine. Nabonahid will turn around and grab it next turn. I forgot that I have to have control of it to get the to get the thing. Okay. It's all good. You know what? Go harass them. Just make their lives even more difficult. Never mind, or, you know, attempt to do so, but fail. It's pretty embarrassing, if I'm honest. What's up next? Imperishability rituals. We're already immune to all attrition. Lore of Death. Winds of Magic up. I guess that's something. We're not going to get there, though. That's a lot of turns. Okay, yeah, I do feel a little bit silly for having forgotten that we need to be in control of Castle Drakenhof. We'll just do it this turn. There's no way Tsarina Katerin has enough movement to get that, and if Taubert Bylor comes back and resettles it, we will simply devour him. Nope, he's going to run off and do something else, and I'm not sure why. Without warning, a chasm in the earth spontaneously appears in front of the convoy, forming a gaping mouth of razor-sharp teeth. A torrent of whispers floods the heads of the warriors, all repeating the same thing. Feed me, and overwhelming power shall be yours. Okay, well, they want one of our Chaos Dwarf units. This is a pretty impressive battle for, or a pretty impressive battle buff for 10 turns. But, like, what are the odds this army even gets into another problem in 10 turns? Okay. I feel silly. Get back over here and settle this. Yeah, put it in the drill. We certainly gave Gazul more Dawi dead to watch over. Now the relic they guarded is ours to use as we see fit. That's really strange, considering that this relic is in a vampire castle. Like, you do not necessarily need to have killed any dwarves to get it. I wonder if they're randomized, maybe, if their positions are randomized or something. Yeah, throw it in the big drill. And we've been given the battle. The great drill of Hashut is primed for operation. Powered by the desecrated artifacts of the traitorous ancestor gods, it will descend into the depths and bore through the mantles of rock into Hashut's domain. The lakes of the bull god's blood will be yours. However, the bitter kin of the West have followed your glorious trail of destruction, and now come to upend your grand plan. The Grudge Keeper and his weakling subjects must not only be kept away from the drill, but slaughtered for their audacity. So we will get a great big buff, and, you know, a bunch of labor and influence and everything. Also, the game, though, will be won, so there is that. This generic dwarf faction will show up, and I guess we'll see what their reinforcements will look like. We've managed to disable a lot of those who would come to their aid. This is going to be at the drill. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, well, is this a thing where I can, if I have Drazoth selected... Okay, no. Some quest battles you can just teleport through Elephant Army. It seems like we do actually have to run all the way over there. Alright, well, I have no idea what he's yelling about, but let's go. We have some ground to cover. You are just going to get over here and sit in ambush mode in front of the castle. So if anybody approaches, they get jumped outside. And, you know, if we had to take it over in the first place, I guess I'll try to hold it. We'll see. We'll see. It does give me a nice place to gather up all of my units, I suppose. Could dispatch a convoy. Okay, works for me. And yeah, I think these two then just kind of hang out here. This serves as a cover for both Carrick Cadron and Oakenhammer. Not that I expect anybody to come back for it. It is interesting to note that spawning the final battle did not affect our position, a diplomatic position with the other Chaos Dwarf factions or anything. I really would have assumed that it would. We have a moment here to do a little bit of optimization, I guess. Let's take a quick look. So, is this Potion of Speed the right enchanted item for you? I don't think we have a ton of good ones. We have some Demon Flasks. We have a Potion of Healing. Just a bunch of HP back. That's something. A Potion of Strength. 33 seconds of massive damage boost. I actually think I definitely like that better. Yeah, and then all your other things are totally bananas. And ancillaries. Ooh. Armor-piercing weapon damage and base weapon damage up. We're definitely going to just attach this to Drazoth himself. Arms Merchant doesn't really make sense. Infernal Musician, I guess, is fine. And we'll equip a Warrior Priest. This gives us a little bit Sorcerer Priest, rather. Gives us a little bit faster recharge rate. We can drop the Obedient Mutant for the Infernal Musicians, just like somebody who does something in combat. Plus 5 leadership for every unit in the whole army is... Yeah, it's something. It's meaningful. Alright, we got some distance to cross. I mean, I guess we'll do this. It's not really a compelling reason not to finish upgrading that. Do accept new labor just so that we could rush stuff if we wanted. But also, I don't care. Okay, so... Yeah, I think we're good. There is very little happening in the world that could matter to us right now. At this point, even if Kislev did declare war on us, I would just run away from the war. This is concerning. They're trying to force their value down. So they do intend to declare war on me. But all we have to do is get there before they do so. You know what? Just avoid the battle and keep moving. Really doesn't matter. People are dying all over the place. Plus 1 unit capacity for the Bale Taurus, which is a unit that we have no idea even what it does, really. Yep, so we just have to cross this much space. It is still going to take a minute.
Desunei grat runleth.
I think we're going to get pretty close to finishing that that extra winds of magic technology, but I don't think it's not going to take us 6 turns to get where we're going. Yep, there goes the trade agreement. We don't even need to hold out in the war against them. Like, they could declare war on us and just sweep every one of our settlements that's close to them, as long as we just like don't lose the capital. A painstaking section of your convoy's route has required the cavalcade to lumber up an unexpectedly steep mountain, putting it behind schedule. Okay, whatever, I don't care.
Qualuma.
We're getting a lot of weirdly irrelevant little obstacles here. Sure, yeah. The one most likely to survive, send them back out. And send them to the Volary. We have infinite gold. It's traded for some finite but still pretty large amounts of labor. Yeah, he's really going for it. Damn. At this point, he's just like looking for something to do. Because we're still providing them with good caravan wealth. And our diplomatic score with them couldn't have been very negative at any point during that, but feels like he's got a plan. Ugh, yeah, this is a really long run. We'll do a little bit of building. You know what? I can just force that. Get this running. And then also put up like a basic garrison structures are probably a good idea. Right, melee attack and frenzy up for hobgoblin units. Actually kind of good. Ooh. That's interesting. That's an interesting talisman. What is the Castellan in Drazoth's army wearing as a talisman? A spell resist. Yeah, okay. We can do better. This malignant totem allows us to, 2 uses of a pretty significant attack and armor sundering buff for nearby allies. That's pretty good. Do we have a better weapon for you? Not really. All of the other weapons are spoken for. You're probably not going to use your weapon anyway, so yeah, good enough.
Takal's matagulong.
For real, just trade any amount of gold for any amount of labor. I guess actually I have another convoy space open here. Oh, but I don't have another master for it. Yeah, maybe we are going to get this tech finished because it is a long fucking run across these Badlands. Apparently everybody's losing respect for me. She's not even willing to pay for this deal anymore. All right. A seat was usurped. I just do not care. This is the only thing that matters to me.
Wobble.
Wobble indeed. I guess to some extent I should care about the seats that could potentially give us a combat bonus. I don't remember if there actually are any, but, you know, that might end up mattering. I have no, oh, hey, that's Manfred von Karstein, who somehow exists. Sure. Go ahead and, wow, really? That's a very costly victory. Whatever, take it. I am not doing a manual battle at this point.
Ease up, crew. Move in.
The AI wants very badly to do something that's going to make me spend my time. Yeah. How did Manfred von Karstein survive all this time with no, like, they haven't had a settlement in forever. He's in raiding stance because raiding stance makes you immune to most forms of attrition. But yeah, he's still at zero settlements. I guess he's just gonna dash his tiny army against the walls of Carrick Cadron. Carrick Cadron has a settlement building. There's a 19-unit garrison waiting for him there. Feels a mite desperate, if I'm honest. Is there another place we can go for? Yeah. Grungzint. Just dump off some more gold for some more labor that we probably don't really need. This happens sometimes when you take out a faction's final territory. They just they take whatever army they have left and they hurl it at you. And they don't always, in my opinion, think this through. There's a version of this thing where they attack an out settlement somewhere that isn't very well defended and maybe survive. If they attack Carrick Cadron, obviously they're going to find that a difficult take.
Drazot.
Okay, we have the movement. We also have one turn left on that technology. You know what? Let's just get over here and not actually do the thing. We'll go into this with our army not in march mode. How about that?
Very well.
So I'm going to wait one additional turn just to take advantage of the tiny buff of this tech. 10% faster casting. Who knows? It might matter. One extra gout of lava rising up from the earth when it might matter most, right? All right. So this, of course, is where we're going to call it for today. I hope nobody thought I was going to start the final battle an hour into the episode. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return next time, we're turning on this great drill and we're gonna pierce the wall of hell because somehow we've convinced ourselves that's a good, smart thing that is definitely worth doing. Come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.